Hello, people of YouTube. I'm back with another video. So, if you've been paying attention lately, you might have seen a thread that kind of looks like this. And what has been going around is a lot of people have been getting hoodwinked by this account that allegedly posted some leaked patch notes involving the next patch. And I wanted to do this video more from an educational standpoint because, you know, while we're in limbo because we don't know when the patch will be or when we're going to be updated next, a lot of people are just going to make shit up. They're just going to make shit up and they're going to try to take advantage of you guys. And so, like, I'm not only going to go over you know, the content of the patch notes in particular, but I'm also going to make note of some very obvious red flags so you can avoid getting tricked like this in the future. Okay, so we have this account on Rain Hashin 14 tweeted something in Japanese. I guess they might probably ran it through Google Translate to make it sound like it was more believable. Right? Has anyone else seen this amazing patch notes? I made a Twitter to share it too. Okay, so I think they knew that, like, it's pretty not believable that someone would make an account March 2023 and be a reputable source, and so that's why they put that in their that's why they put this in the last line in there. I made a Twitter to share it. Like, they're trying to cover themselves because they know that, you know, a new Twitter account is very big red flag. Anyone that discovers something like this, right, myself included, right, if I were to be the person to discover leaked patch notes, that shit is going on my main channel, right? I'm farming the hell out of whatever views, whatever you know, whatever traction I can get from it. And that's just how the content game works. And so, like, yeah, that's already like a red flag. But this is the picture that they have in there. Picture also, bro, I was gonna harp on this quality, but, like, honestly, Twitter picture quality is pretty dog shit in general. It really just be like that. But Bandai Namco UK excited by the announcements of DBFZ World Tour Finals. Stay tuned for some news about the 2023-2024 World Tour and a balanced patch reveal. Read about the patch details here. And then they have a link, and this is allegedly a deleted tweet from Bandai. And so, like, yeah, there's some things, right? First thing to make note of, right, is that for them to just, like, even remotely be feasible, right, you're already fucking up, right? You're already fucking up because when they announced there's gonna be a patch for Evo, right, the reason that they gave such a wide time frame, right, they didn't give you a hard date. They just said, you know, we're just gonna do a patch for Evo. The reason is because they haven't started working on that shit yet. They definitely would not have explicit patch notes this early. And that's not really how Bandai has ever operated, ever. So, like, it would be foolish to expect for things to be different this time around. That, of course, is another red flag. But let's take a look at what the actual content of the patch notes are. And we start to see even more red flags, right? I think that maybe opening image and new tab is probably the best way, so I can zoom in. Okay, so another red flag, right, is this right here. Their patch note header has the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Tour from the one that just ended. Like, why would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. That would not make any sense for them to use the logo from the World Tour that just ended on their patch note header. It would just be a general Dragon Ball FighterZ logo, or you know, something to that point, or even like a Bandai logo or something like this. It would not be the World Tour logo of all things. So yeah, that's another red flag. And the only time that they've done this, the patch notes that look this way, was for season 3, where they revealed the patch notes live during the DBFZ show, and they actually had a visualized, like, you know, broken down character portraits, all that stuff. Other than that, all of them have been here, I'll try to show you guys what I mean when I say this. All the other patch notes have been, like, kind of like on a pretty basic pretty basic site that, like, has, you know, shitty translations and all different types of stuff. So the latest patch, let me see if I can, yep, Bandai Namco Europe, right? So this is what the last set of patch notes look like. right? This was the page. It was literally just, right? There were no pictures or anything like that. It was hosted on Bandai Namco's official site, and it's just text, right? And then we all memed about how they literally copy pasted the patch reasons. So like they did intention or reason, and they literally just copy pasted, like even for if I could show you guys Android 21, right? This is where they nerfed her level 3 Oki. They reduced the frame advantage after hit, right? Change the move to make more viable in scrambles. Does that make sense? No. You nerfed her level 3 Oki to make it more viable in scrambles? That doesn't make any sense, right? So like, yeah. So I wouldn't expect another visualized like patch like this unless they do a live DBFZ show, which isn't really likely because, like I said, they've only done it once. They've only ever done this like one time. So, you know, that's another red flag. But let's look at the changes. So system, Sparking Blast changes from 1.31 have been reverted. Guard cancel air version removed air guard cancel. Already, even if you ignore everything, because all the stuff that I've named up until this point are like from the perspective of someone that's been dealing with Bandai for 5 years and kind of knowing like how they work and how they like to do things, right? Even if you ignore all of that up until this point, this should be a massive red flag for you, because very, very few times in this game history, I can only count two. I can only recall two off the top of my head. Have Bandai ever said, yeah, guys, we were wrong. We're going to revert the change. We're going to put it back the way that it is, right? They've only done that 2 times. And one of the times wasn't even fully, right? And so the 2 times that come to mind was they nerfed Cell 5L to be, they nerfed it from 6 frames to 7 frames for a patch, and then they gave him back to 6 frame later on. The other one is Goku, SSJ Goku 2M, right? It was 10 frames minus 5. They nerfed it to be 14 frames, and then they slowly buffed it back to the point where, you know, it is faster again now, but it doesn't have the advantage that it used to, right? So they didn't even fully go back on the Goku one. So Bandai is a company that really doesn't like admitting that they're incorrect, and so very rarely will they actually just revert a full change that they put in. In fact, they're more known for doubling down on things, more so than like fixing something that was egregious. So that already is a bad look, right? Sparking Blast here, like this outright, it's fake, right? That in and of itself, that is fake. There's no way it's real. On those 2 patches alone, on those 2 changes alone, there's no way it's real. But let's look at the other stuff. So we got they would never put another red flag, right? Another red flag. They would never put lab coat first. In my experience, in all of the ways that Bandai has done their patches, like when they did season 3, let me see if I can find this for you guys. Let me show you guys what I mean, because like some of you might not know exactly what I mean. So yeah, so in season 3, this is what they modeled their patch notes off of, their fake patch notes off of. Was this after the DBFZ show, right? It's the same assets, the same format, right? They have never, whether they've done it this way, and we can start with the characters here, right? Or even on the text only patch notes, right? They have never gone out of character order in game, ever. They've always started with, they've always go the order that the characters are shown in game, right? Always. Like if you go in the training mode and you click change character and you look at the list of characters to choose, it like starts with SSJ Goku and it goes through all the characters, right? And so the DLC is always at the end. It's always at the end, because obviously they came out later. And so they're always at the bottom. Like you can see down here, Super Baby 2, you know, Lab Coat, Gogeta 4, right? And so the fact that this has Lab Coat first, that would never happen. I know that this is the character that, you know, a lot of people are complaining about and whatnot, but they never ever have done that. They never go out of order, no matter what. Even when they nerf UI, right? Even when they nerf UI, they never went out of order. They always go in the order of the character shown in the game. So that's another red flag. But yeah, so it's supposed to like, you know, standing, so this is like 5L, like reducing the size, reducing the distance, them nerfing the distance moved of a character's moves. Yeah, right. Not on your life. 5LL, okay. Actually, you know, like, I don't see a lot of people complain about her 5LL, but it does go pretty far. It's pretty funny. Standing medium attack. Just reduce hitbox, 2M, increase recovery on block. Yeah, so that would mean that they're not making it -4 anymore. And they also slowed it down because it is an 8-frame medium at the moment. 5H, slowed down the attack startup. Yeah, they like, this is just like and then vertical savory slicer, all versions, reduce block stun of the air version, sped up the final hit of the animation, all that stuff, right? This would and then them removing the low property, from heal, right? That's another thing that I don't think they've ever done. I don't think they've ever removed, they've never made something go from an overhead or a low to a mid. They have done the other way around. I think Nappa got a button change that hit mid before but hits low now, but I don't think they've ever gone the other way. So like, yeah. And so like, right, what I'm gonna express to you guys is the concept of being too in touch, right? Bandai is a company that is extremely out of touch with its competitive player base. These changes alone show too much connectedness, as horrible as that sounds. They're too on the nose, right? Generally what happens is when there's a problem in this game, Bandai finds a very roundabout way to fix it, or quote unquote fix it. They go about it the way that they want to. They don't go about it the way that we want it to. And so they usually don't directly attack the problem. They usually find like some roundabout way. Example, right? Originally, when Blue Vegeta, when everyone was complaining about the fact that Blue Vegeta had glitch key blasts, where if you key blasted someone and they super dash through it, he couldn't cancel into 2H, right? Instead of addressing that problem and just fixing his glitch, they gave him whiff cancel, so now you can whiff cancel into big bang attacks. So like, instead of them just fixing an issue with the character, they found like a roundabout way to remedy the problem, right? That's like the type of stuff that they like to do, instead of just being like, okay, we fucked up, we're gonna make it right. And so like, this is too on the nose. It is too direct, and this shows like an awareness of the competitive landscape that they just don't have. They just don't have that, right? They just don't have that. As sad as it is, they just don't have it. So yeah, that's another thing. So Vegito 5M, okay, slow down the startup. Yeah, right. Even when they nerfed 5M the first time, right? When they nerfed 5M the first time, they didn't touch the startup. They didn't touch the distance. They only gave it slightly more recovery. That's it. And that shit was negligible. So yeah, can't see them doing that in any way. JS, increased recovery on whiff. Imagine them increasing recovery on whiff for moves in this game. Imagine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, same with EX legs, right? Yeah, nah. Slow down the attack startup, decreased hit stun. Vegito now appears closer to the player when called. Like I said, too on the nose, right? Too on the nose. People talk about Vegito A assist and how it's overtuned and how it does too much. And those things are all correct, right? These notes are like, if a player that actually plays the game competitively and understands the game competitively were to change Vegito A assist, these are the changes that they would make. For a company like Bandai, which has no concept of like what players like to do in competition and what actually needs to be changed, there's no way that they would make this change, right? It's not feasible. It would be foolish to expect them to start doing that after 5 years when they haven't done that this entire time, right? But yeah. And then Red Gogeta, standing light attack second hit. Oh, there's some inconsistency here too. Standing light attack. So they're talking about 5L, right? They're talking about 5LL, the second, the follow-up to auto combo. So up here they do standing light attack 2, right? But this they do standing light attack second hit. That's inconsistency. That would never. Why would they do that? That doesn't make sense, right? That would never happen. Nerfing 5M, like, yeah, right. Like I said, they don't go back on their changes. Like they buffed a lot of buttons that go super far. It would be foolish to expect them to nerf the distance traveled on his 5M of all things as well. Like, come on, bro. Like, Meteor Strike heavy version. This is pretty sure this is the overhead kick. Reduce block stun, reduce the size of the attack's hitbox. Yeah, nah. It's just not feasible. It's just not. But we have more. We have more. I am going in the right order, right? Yeah, so this is, they actually did it in reverse, they're doing it in like reverse DLC order, right? Which is hilarious. But we'll talk about more red flags in a second here. Whoops, not this. Alright, Blue Gogeta, 5L, time between tack 1 and 2 has been reduced. What? No. Hell no, they would never do that. What the hell? With the what? Nah. That's actually hilarious. Fix reflect pushback distance. And this actually doesn't even, this doesn't really make sense. So what they're talking about here is like when Gogeta Blue gets reflected, if he gets reflected and presses 5L, he like goes nowhere. Like if you've ever seen a Gogeta do like JM, like IDJM, and they get reflected and they press 5L, he like goes nowhere. He like stays in your face. But that's not a problem with the light attack itself, because like a lot of buttons will cancel your backwards momentum when you're getting reflected. That's not an issue with standing light attack. That's just like the way that his JM works. So yeah, that wouldn't really be that change. Standing medium attack, reduce distance, move during the attack. This button is not even really an issue like that, so I don't think anyone would really ask for 5M to get changed. Jumping medium attack, reduce the amount of overhead, reflect. Okay, so this would be fine. This would be fine. Fix, reflect, pushback distance. I don't think that should be on the 5L. On the JM, it makes more sense. Reduce the amount of overhead hits. Bro, they would never word something like that. What? Nah. You got me fucked up. Crouching heavy attack. Increase recovery on block. Reduce the height when the attack is blocked. Like, that's too in touch. Too in touch. Right? Like I said again, most people that complain about this character are going to complain about 5L, about 2H. Like, those are like the two main things that they'll complain about. It's 5L and 2H. They just would not make this change. Like, come on, bro. Relax. Standing light attack, increase distance moved in the attack. Now this is actually like kind of believable, but like they tend to put advancing moves, they tend to put moves that advance far on mediums and heavies. All right, they tend to put that on mediums and heavies. They usually don't buff distance travel with 5Ls that often, at least to my knowledge. I don't think they really do that. Remove the wall bounce property from the attack. Yeah, once again, right. This is like, it's funny because like I almost feel like whoever made these fake patch notes like kind of watches me. Okay, I feel like whoever this is like watches my stream, because like this is the change that I asked for, right? Like if they just went back to making it not wall bounce, right, then the risk reward is completely different. But that would be them going back on a change, right? Because there was a time where this didn't wall bounce and the assist was much weaker. But like we said, they don't like to admit that they're wrong. So like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Janemba, standing light attack, reduce distance move during the attack. Yeah, right, okay. Sends target in neutral direction instead of down. A nerf on Janemba, eh? Who even asked for that? Who even asked? who would even ask for this change? Yeah, pretty silly. Heaven's Flash, Heaven's Warp. Are these even? I don't even think these are real move names. I don't think this is the thing. Is it? Oh, it is. Okay. Heaven's Flash is flight. Okay. I didn't know his flight was called Heaven's Flash, actually. Huh, interesting. All right, reduce flight time per jump. Yeah, right. Increase startup on the moves and vulnerability. What is this? What is this? Invulnerability. What is this? Invulnerability? What's that? Hello? Do y'all see this? Maybe I should zoom in a little bit more. What's this? What's this word? I don't know what this word is. What's this word? I don't know what that is. I don't. If y'all could tell me what that word means, I have no idea what that means. Okay. Go tanks. Standing light attack auto combo. Fix an issue where third hit of auto combo would be this is the bug fix. Okay, obviously. Okay, that's like fine. Fix an issue. So this is like literally just fixing Gotenks bugs. Right. Yeah, like they would not word this like this. They're more likely to be like, we had an oopsie, fixed an oopsie. I would believe that more than them wording this so on the nose, right? There's a crouching medium attack, 2M, increase distance move during the attack. That's like a change that I could actually see them doing. Fix an issue where the hit stun of Kamehameha up after being canceled from 2-2S. I don't think so like people keep saying that this is an issue. I don't know if it's unintended, honestly. That's like something I've seen brought up in like discussions a lot. I don't know if it's actually like not supposed to be the way that people think it's supposed to be, but yeah, I don't know. Pretty weird. All right, next one. Next one. What else you got? Frieza. Haha. Golden Frieza jumping medium attack. Okay, so once again, right? Another red flag with the way patch notes are formatted, right? They would never do Golden Frieza jumping a medium attack. Why? Because his jumping medium attack is actually the same exact thing, right? It's the same move. Same exact move. So if they were to make a change like this, they would have a section that said jumping medium attack, and then they would say affected something while in golden form or something, right? If they were going to change it that way, they wouldn't do Golden Frieza jumping medium attack. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense. Reduced air momentum when using the attack. Yeah, see, like that's not even like the problem either. That's not even like an issue that we really want fixed like that. It's not the air momentum of JM, it's that his air dash goes too far. And so like once again, right, this is like someone who like knows kind of what the issue is from a competitive standpoint, but like he doesn't really understand Frieza, right? Which is like, you know, it is what it is. Golden Frieza added an effect around Frieza's health bar to indicate time left in Golden Frieza. Yeah, they've never done quality of life. They've never done quality of life updates like that. Like Gohan still doesn't have a level indicator, stuff like that, right? They've never done that. Would never expect them to do anything like that. Also, this is a nerf to Golden Frieza. This is a nerf to Golden Frieza. Part of what makes Golden Frieza so scary is that you don't know when his timer ends, and now he has a bunch of ways to refresh his timer. If you let your opponent know exactly when Golden Frieza ends, that means they can play around it, right? If they know it's about to end, that means he has to tag or has to DHC or has to do something, right? It allows them to play around it. That's a nerf to Golden Frieza. The players that play Golden Frieza are gonna know when their timer pretty much ends at any given time or when it resets. And you know, it would be a straight up nerf for them to tell your opponent this is exactly when it ends, right? You already suffer such a great drawback for pressing Golden Frieza in the first place. This should just be a nerf on top. Z assist A-type, increase attack hit stun. This is not the problem with this assist, by the way. His hit stun is fine. It would be block stun that you need to change in order to make it more viable or affect the tracking, or quote unquote make it track rather, right? Kind of out of touch. This person just doesn't get Frieza. It's fine. Change projectile to have a beam-like property. That is also not the problem. This shit is plus 11 on block, brother. Right? So, like, this person understands competitive Dragon Ball fighters to some extent, but they clearly don't understand Frieza. Whoever made this, like, doesn't get Frieza at all. Which is, like, you know, it is what it is. A lot of people don't understand how Frieza works. So, I don't even blame him that much, but very clearly they don't get what the issues are with the character. Not that Bandai does either. Okay, UI Goku. Kamehameha can now cancel Kamehameha into Super Dash. I don't think they want them to have this. A lot of people have been saying, like, why can't UI cancel Kame into Super Dash? I don't think he's supposed to be able to do it, honestly. Because all of the, is a little different. Because his, like, he has an invul state and you can't vanish it. I don't think they want him to be able to do Kame Super Dash. I think it's intentional that it doesn't work that way, but it is what it is. Change the startup of the attack to be invulnerable. So this is them giving him a full DP back. Hell no, they would never do that shit, bro. What the fuck? It was like, hell no, bro. What the fuck? Nah, they're not doing that. Autonomous fist heavy version now ground bends his opponent closer to the player. I actually think like they missed the mark with all these changes as well. Like I don't think any of these things is like kind of what UI Goku players actually want for the character. Like He doesn't need more invulnerability. He has plenty. Maybe H eyes is like something that would be better, but like most of the people that I see talk about UI Goku and the changes they want for him is like for him to be able to do like traditional rejumps. They want his neutral to be a little bit better with like 5S. I don't think any of these changes are things that I've seen like people ask for when we have like patch discussions. So yeah, I don't know. Pretty weird. Standing medium attack, Bardock. Increased distance moving during the attack. This is like all it does is make his anti-reflect a little better. It's not good enough. Rebellion Spirit. Fix an issue where Z assist at the same time during the attack would give player a super change. This is, bro, these Bardock changes are so dog shit, bro. Please. Like, I think even Bandai will do more for Bardock than this. I was like, now the changes they might give him might be complete nonsense, but I think that they would even do more for Bardock than what this is. Roshi. System mechanics? Bro, no. Why would they ever do that? Why would they ever have a system? Why would they have a system mechanic section on a character chain like that? That's just not feasible. Like, they would never do that. They would never do that, and they would never say super jump flow. They would do some super wordy, you know, half technical sounding explanation where Roshi can now affect his air trajectory after performing a super jump, right? His car, something like that. They wouldn't say super jump float like that. I don't think they've ever gone on record using the word float. I don't think they've ever used float in their patch notes ever. I don't think that's a thing. So yeah. Reverse comment, added ability to special cancel on whiff. This is a change that I could actually see them doing, but holy shit, it's so bad. It's stop letting people do shit on whiff. ZSS B type, sped up the attack's second hit. This will just be them reverting Roshi B, right? They would never do that. Yeah, special canal. Yeah, that's my favorite shit. Sped up the attack's second hit. Yeah, that's just like old Roshi B, right? A lot of people, whenever they talk about what could you do for Roshi, you know, the most one head surface level take that most people are like, just give him back the assist, right? 2 in touch. They would never do that. Change the startup of the attack to be invulnerable. I mean, like, yeah, that's just come on, bro. You're making it too obvious, whoever you are. Whoever you are, whoever made these are probably like going around to like streamers, react to them, and probably laughing to himself. It's like, you need to do better, brother. You need to do better. Standing medium attack. This chunks. Increase block stun. Increase block stun. What? Okay. That's kind of a random change, I think. Standing special attack. Increase block stun. Reduce recovery. Shining slash out. These are not... I don't think this is like... I think the only change that they made that actually like Trunks needs is like this one. This is like talking about the SKD. The SKD that he gets after Shining Slash, like that's a good change. But these, I don't think he needs either of these. He needs like more hit stun or more hit stop, so it's hit confirmable on 5S. ZSS A type increased block stun. That's also like not the issue, I don't think. Yeah, be like that. Interceptor kick, increased block stun. What? Why? What is it? Why? I don't. Yeah, I don't know why. Increase block stun. This move is already like not bad. Like his dive kick is actually like usable now. So like I don't. It's a weird change. Super dash kick. The attack now has ki blast invulnerable properties. Now this is a realistic change. I'll give you that. Whoever made this shit, all right, this is them just doing more season 3.5 bullshit. I can actually see them doing shit like that. I pray to God that they don't. We need less moves like this. But like, yeah, I could see them doing some shit like this. They're like, oh, it's called super dash kick, right? Super dashes go through ki blast. Why doesn't super dash kick go through ki blast? Let's make it go through ki blast. Fuck this company, man. Consecutive energy blast. Added ability to special cancel from the attack. What? They were trying to give him 2 to success into other specials? Hell no, bro. What the fuck? Bro, please just, oh my God, man. You're smoking crack, man. You're like, it's not what this character needs. This is B type. Increase distance move during the attack. This will be nice. It's like fine. Assist now spawns further behind the player. What? You're just trying to make it like Gogeta A, I think. It's like what they're trying to make that like. Also, what is GT doing here? Right? So we talked about, I already talked about how the biggest red flag, right, was that they have never gone out of order with their characters. They always do like SSJ Goku first, right? Like if you look at their patch notes in the past, they always do the order that they show up in game, right? Right? They always do SSJ Goku, SSJ Vegeta, right? All this shit down, and then they do the DLC at the bottom, right? Right? Just like with this one, they started with SSJ Goku, right? SSJ Vegeta. It's consistent. This one, why would GT be here? Why would GT not be up with the other DLC characters? Why is he here? I think this person forgot. I think they forgot. I think this person forgot. And they're like, oh fuck, I'll just throw him in anywhere. Like, why would he be here? That doesn't make sense. But anyway, standing light attack, follow up to. Oh, follow up to. So that'd be the third. Wait, this doesn't make sense. Standing light attack, follow up to. So not hit to, but follow up to. That means that's the grab. That means it's a grab. Increase distance moved in the attack. They wouldn't do that. Why would they do that? Why? I think what they're trying to say is that they're trying to rebuff GT's auto combo, like the 5LL part, to go far again, so it works as anti-reflect. But this is not how it would be worded, right? It would just be follow up 1 if you're talking about 5LL. It wouldn't be follow up 2 because the first follow up is the second part of the attack, and the second follow up is the third part of the attack. English. Is a crouching medium attack. Decrease recovery on block. I don't think his 2M is bad, is it? Is this something that GT players actually asked for? I thought his 2M was quite good. I think his 2M is like quite a good button, actually. It's -6. Okay. It's -6 instead of -5. It's still a good button, though, I think. They say it's -6 on Dust Loop. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is -6, then like, okay. But like, yeah, I don't think that's really like the problem. Again, this is A-type. Sped up the attack startup. Psych! They would never do that. Too in touch. Too in touch. You're making it too obvious. You're too obvious, brother. You're too obvious. Dragon Flash Fist. Which one is this? Is this Dragon Flash Fist? Is that Orb? I think it is. I think Dragon Flash Fist is Orb. Fix an issue where the player could not special tag cancel during the first hit of the attack. Is this a thing? If so, I actually didn't know this, so I'm learning something here. Is that a thing? No, Dragon Flash Fist is the Orb. I don't know why it's called Dragon Flash Fist, but it is the Orb. The punches is called Dragon Flurry Fist. No. Decrease the height lost after using the attack on the medium and heavy version. Decrease the height lost after using the attack on the medium and heavy versions of the attack. The height lost. So that means you'd be higher up on them when you use M and H. Is that like them trying to give him the mix-up back? Is that... I think is what they're trying to do there. I'm not sure. I don't even know what they're like trying to do there. I don't even know, like, yeah, I don't really know like what you're trying to do there, but Yamcha, standing crouching special attack. So okay, 5S and 2S. All right, added ability to fast fall during the attack. Bro, what? This is not what the character needs, bro. They're just trying to make him Gohan. Hilarious. Standing light attack. Increase distance move during the attack. I don't think his 5L is bad though. 5L? I don't think his 5L is bad. To my knowledge, I don't think 5L is bad. Oh, gee. Sped up the attack startup. I mean, it is slow. It is 0 on block though. It's 0 on block, so like I don't know about that change. 2M increased distance move during the attack. Oh my god, what? A 2M? His 2M does not you want him to lunge forward on that 2M? That I don't even think that would make sense on that. Wait, this actually doesn't make any sense at all, because this 2M, the reason that his 2M is cool is because it vacuums you. So you want it to advance and vacuum? That's not the issue. They actually managed to like not address any of Yamcha's problems. And his problems being like, you know, everyone else has ignorant ass lariats when his is very punishable. His level 3 is plus 11. Like shit like that. His 2M doesn't vacuum, it's his 5M. I think it does. Does it not? The little kick? I thought it did. No, he has multiple vacuuming moves. Yeah. I know 5LL does. I know 5LL does. I think that 2M slightly vacuums as well. I mean, someone can check for me, but I always thought it did too, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't know. Is what it is. But I don't think any of this is like what Yamcha needs. Like, I don't think this. You're pretty sure it doesn't? Yeah, but you also said it's his 5M and not his 5LL. So am I supposed to believe you? There's a no, I'm just joking, bro. Okay. What's next? Is that it? That's it. Wow. So many red flags, friends. So many red flags. So many red flags. I hope that whoever does this shit next, I hope you do a better job. Like, put things in the right order, right? Is like the most obvious thing. Like, this wouldn't be here. The typos. Like, GT just being here is so funny to me. It's like, why is GT here? Why is GT here of all places and not with the rest of the DLC? That shit cracks me up, man. I don't know, man. It's I also think, right? So, you know, we covered everything on the fake patch, but like just taking it a step further, I think like whatever they do with the patches, they're gonna force a change onto every character in some way. They tend to do that. Like, I think every single character got a change in this patch. On the most recent one, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think everyone got changes. I think everyone got changes on the last patch, I think. And so like I think it will be similar. I think it'll be similar for this. For like whatever their patch does drop, even if the changes are complete nonsense dog shit, horrible, right? I think every character will get a change at least, and they do that on purpose, right? The reason that they do that is the illusion of, you know, your character is brand new, your character is different in some way. That's how they get casuals excited about things, like that wonderment of, oh my god, my character that I really like is different in some way. Like, no matter who they want everyone to be able to experience that wonderment. That's like what makes it, like, gives them more attachment. Or like leans into like the new patch hype more. So I don't imagine that there would be a patch where they only do these characters of all things. Like, I think that's like very silly. I think it would be every character, but like I said, I think the person that did this kind of overlooked some things, and also they probably like were tired of tired of doing more. They're like, all right, I'm over this. Like, and then Rogue Yoshi, can you show the patch note URL from your browser history? The people were apparently actually believing this. Like this was like I saw some people legitimately believe that this is real. I was like, what? I don't. There's just so many red flags. I don't know how you could possibly think that this was real in any way, but it is funny. You check the quote retweets. This is fake from the first image, duh. Okay, y'all should know when they said they add more variable in scrambles. Oh no, bro. Bro fumbled because of a spelling mistake. It's actually before that. Like, a lot of people were getting on them for spelling mistakes, but honestly, like, of all the red flags that we went over, like, spelling mistakes are not the biggest thing for me, because like, especially when we're talking about like translation, sometimes it's a little ugly with the way they use the English language. But like, yeah, to me, like, it was fake far before I even read a single patch note. Like literally, like, I could tell you where the moment I knew it was fake was, first of all, this join March 2023, right? That's the first red flag. The second one is them using this logo. Them using this logo on this. Why would they do this? This doesn't make sense. It would have a version number or something. It wouldn't have the World Tour logo on it. Like, what sense does that make? Right? Doesn't make any sense. So to me, it was fake even before I started reading changes. As a but we out here spreading misinformation on the internet. Did Arcana get got, bro? He out here. Oh no, wait, hold on. He said, check this out. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, so like, yeah, and so you know, we've reached the end of the patch notes. Hopefully you two people kind of have a better understanding of why these notes are fake, and honestly, like, there's a lot of precedence when it comes to how they talk about changes and what they change on characters, and so, like, you know, in order to prevent yourself from getting got, just like kind of consider how did they do it in the past, right? And you can pretty much bank on them being consistently dog shit. Because they're dog shit, but they're pretty consistent with how they put out patches, at the very least. Yeah, sorry. Oh, that's actually funny as shit. Official patch notes always go in order that. Yep. You can tell this is fake because it's addressing the main issues people have with the game. That's also facts. They would never be that direct. Agreed. I think this might be fake. At least people are catching on a little bit. Stay right where you are. You got that? You got that. Whoever did this, I'm cutting your Ethernet cord. As soon as you saw March 5th, you knew it was fake. Facts. It's also. Listen, like I said, when they announced that there was a oh, True Awesome got. No SSJ Goku changes. Good. He got. Hold that shit. They have not started working on this patch, right? There's no way they would have info for you guys this early. They announced that shit, and they're gonna start working on it 3 months from now. Have they ever straight up reverted changes made in past patches? Twice. And one was only partial. The only time, to my knowledge, that they straight up reverted a change was Cell 5L. Cell 5L went from 6 frames to 7 frames and then back to 6 frames. The other one was SSJ Goku 2M, where they nerfed it to 14 frames and then they made it 12 frames, and they, like, you know, kind of kept buffing it a lot, but they never fully went back to the old Goku 2M, because the old one was 10 frames and -5. Right now it's 10 frames, but it's unsafe. So it's like, yeah. They're very averse to going back. Like, they're very averse to admitting that they're incorrect. Like, very, like, they really don't like admitting that, hey guys, we were wrong, we're just gonna fix the problem. They really don't like doing that. Right? You knew this was cap when it said give Golden Frieza a timer? Bro, you should have known it was cap before that. Yeah. What is Arx's problem with reverting stuff? Valve does this all the time. Valve is much more in touch with this community than Bandai is.